Hey guys, it's Janet and I'm on a little nature walk today out around the building for today's project. I have a little collection bag to look for some wildflowers or some small planted flowers, some unusual leaves to make our nature bookmarks today. So what you need is just a really nice day, some open space with lots of different vegetation to check out and to collect some items. So I'm going to get busy on collecting my items for my bookmark, and I'll be back to show you how we're going to create it. I made it back in for my walk, so I will show you what I've collected. I've collected a bunch of different little flowers from the lawn, from the garden around CCE, smaller flowers that I can actually press for our floral natural resource, natural environment bookmarks today. I've also picked up some greenery, some small hemlock branches, some maple leaves that are just coming out that are just very shiny and pretty and small right now that will actually press really well. So to make our nature bookmarks, we do need all these flowers and greenery. We're going to need a small bag to put our samples in. We'll also need a hole punch, a pair of scissors, a ruler, some twine or ribbon, whatever you want to do to make a tassel on your bookmark, as well as some contact paper. This can be found in the home goods area of the supermarket or store like Walmart. It's actually a drawer liner, clear plastic that we can measure and cut and use as kind of like a laminate, unless you have a laminating machine at home, and then you can run your project through that as well. You'll also need some cardboard cut to the dimensions that you want. This is an extra long piece that I will be cutting down for our project today. Cardboard, our lightweight cardboard, is actually 2¼ inches wide by approximately 18 inches long. Now I do have some glue left on the one side. This was the backing to a planner, a desk planner. So what I'm going to do is just measure down and cut that end off. I'm going to make my bookmark approximately 6 inches long. So I'm going to grab my pencil and mark off 6 inches so I can cut my bookmark. 2 little dash marks that I will connect to make a straight line. And then, by the looks of it, I have enough materials, both with my floral and greenery and my cardboard, to make 2 bookmarks. So just another 6-inch piece, my 2 little dash lines, and then I'm going to cut. So I have 2 bookmarks underway here. Our next step after we have our 2 pieces of cardboard are to measure our contact paper. We will need to have 2 pieces of contact paper that are the exact same size. Now, we are going to oversize our contact paper just a little bit because it needs to go over and under the cardboard plus the flowers and leaves that we will be pressing. So to do this, I have a 2¼ inch by 6-inch piece of cardboard. So we are actually going to take our contact paper, and on the back of our contact paper there's grid marks, and it's actually measured out for us. So we can actually cut straight pieces the exact sizes that we need. So as I unroll this, it's probably going to roll back up on you, so if you need an extra set of hands or somebody to help out, please ask an adult. For my project, I'm actually going to set my twine on here. So I said I needed 6 inches, so I might go 6½ long. Just so I have a little bit extra. And I said 2¼ wide. I'm just going to go 2½ wide so that I have enough overlap, so that when I'm done putting my bookmark together, I can seal the edges to keep everything together. So for our bookmarks, we are going to decorate, for me, just the front today. If you want, you can decorate the front and the back, or save the back to write a special message to the person that you're giving the bookmark to. So I'm actually going to take one piece of my book, well, one of my bookmarks, and I'm going to very carefully peel the plastic, the contact paper, away from the paper backing. This is probably the trickiest part, getting the contact paper apart, but also laying everything flat so that there are no air bubbles. For this, we are going to center the contact paper as best we can. Run our fingers right across it, making sure there are no air bubbles. Your cardboard should be thick enough that you're not taping or stickering your contact paper to the table or the work surface that you're working on. So once I have my backing done, I've made sure that there are no air bubbles, either with my fingers, or I could take my other piece of cardboard and just go across my contact paper. I'm going to get to work on the front. So with that, before I seal anything, I just want to kind of lay things out, see what it looks like. Kind of think of who I'm making the bookmark for and what they would like. So I actually think for this one, I'm going to use my maple leaves. I'm just going to pull them apart, trying to get them as flat as possible. This one's not quite open as well as I'd like, so we're just going to open that one up a little bit. Making sure that all of your leaves and your flowers stay on the cardboard itself. Remember, we do have to seal the edges. All right, now I'm taking a look at the different flowers I have, what I could use. So I have some little daisies here. I'm actually going to use my fingernail to take the stem off, so I just have the head of the flower. Press that down a little bit, try to make it a little bit flatter. If you are able to use a laminating machine, this will actually work quite well, because the laminating machine has rollers in it, so it'll smush it down for you and get everything nice. And I have a couple little violets that I'm going to be using for this one. Again, using my fingernail to take the stem off. I did leave the stem on the maple leaves, but they are flat and the stems are laying flat on my bookmark. All right, once I'm happy with my design, and I've kind of got things laying as flat as I can, using my finger to push down, I am going to grab my second piece of contact paper that I have not taken off the backing, peel that off. Turning my bookmark so that I get a good view of it, making sure as I lower, I'm pressing and I am lining up my edges as best as possible. This is extremely tricky because nothing's going to want to sit flat. So what I'm going to do is just use my cardstock to help press it. Pressing my edges to seal everything, making sure all my air bubbles are out. And realizing that I have a flower that's a little too close to the edge. If your edges don't seem to be sealing, What you could do is grab a really heavy book, set that on top of your bookmark for 24 hours to try to help it seal and press the flowers so it will seal better. So I'm just going to work on sealing my edges here. And I think I'm going to grab that book at some point, once my edges are sealed, to help flatten the flowers and press my bookmark. So once you have your edges sealed pretty well, the next step is to put some tassels on it. You can put one tassel on the top so that the person you're giving it to can find it in their book. You could put tassels or thread some string around the edges. You just need to take your hole punch. Try to find the center if you're punching at the top. Put a hole in it. Grab some string. You don't want too much. I actually have twine today. I am going to, let's make it a little bit more precise. I am going to grab about a 4.5 inch piece. Fold my rope in half, or not. Thread it through the hole because it's a little too thick. I'm going to tie a square knot into it. And then I'm going to start unraveling the edges of my twine so that I have something that looks very loose and frilly. And there you have it. One homemade floral bookmark just in time for Father's Day or any other holiday that's coming up, or just to give as a gift to the favorite book lover that you know. So I'm going to press this for at least 24 hours to get the flowers flattened and help to seal the contact paper. And that is how you make a floral bookmark. For more information on Shenango County 4-H, visit us on the web. Also see our 4-H Facebook page, Shenango County 4-H, and our YouTube channel, Shenango County 4-H. Have a great day.